Wow. We live, baby. We live. Let's go. Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, baby. If you're from the NO, you know what I'm talking about. I post bail, I'ma make it out. Yeah, let's show the Slim God bless him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tuned up. Nigga blues you. Huh? I can't hear you. No, man, I'm on the messing up my vibe. But look, that's how we is right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the front of my house. I'm not in the office right now because it's kind of hot now. I ain't have my air condition running. So and then it's Sunday, so I'm not at the big office. I'm at home. But I had to get my man on here today, man. Again, this is Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast. Here at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. As y'all can see, we started off with a little Soldier Slim. If you're from the NO, you understand, where you stand. That's our Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? That's our UGK. That's our Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, look, love them boys, everybody. But I was on that soldier tip today. You did this thing about home, and that just fell in my cipher. But man, today we're gonna have a wonderful show, man. We live, and we don't really go live on Sundays. We use Tuesday 7:00 is our day, but this is a special occasion. Again, like I said last week, this is a special occasion. We're pulling up on this beautiful Sunday, man. We got a special guest, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Hey, I'm Texas Red, man. Represent that Texas all day, always. Every time you're going to see me, I'm going to be something Texas. That's how you're going to recognize me. I'm going to be something Texas most of the time when you see me. So I'm Texas Red.
I say I throw up 2 H's, you know what I'm saying? They know I'm from Harvard, so they think it's double A's. Now it's for Harvey and Houston, baby. You know what I'm saying? I put it down, you know what I mean? Real talk. Harvey, Houston, we won. You did. We moving like that, man.
Well, let me tell you my connection to New Orleans.
Come on now.
My connection to New Orleans is a hurricane. Hurricane Rita is my connection to New Orleans. I went through it. I was in the penitentiary, and I went through the hurricane inside the penitentiary. So I felt you boys, man.
Man, say, bro, no doubt, bro. Bro. And you're gonna have to talk about that tonight, bro, because that's very significant, man. But before we get started, I want to introduce my co-host. You know what I'm saying? I call him the Red Hawk. Y'all know he compassionate. That's my man, bro. My brother, like no other. Just we ain't been knowing each other long, but what's understood don't need to be explained, man. The brother that showed up and showed out mentally, spiritually, and everything above that. You dig? So, man, introduce yourself, my brother.
Yo, man, like my boys, man. First and foremost, man, shout out to the man above. You know what I'm saying? Without him, there would be no us. Secondly, man, shout out to Texas Red, my guy, Carl Pipkins, a.k.a. Mr. Tyler, Texas. Yeah, to my boy, man, Mr. Harvey, man, the real Mr. Harvey, a.k.a. Frog, man, Anthony London. Mad love and respect to you, boy.
Man, same here, man.
Say, bro, I didn't heard a lot of great things about you, bro, but it's a plus to get you on here to hear it out your mouth, man. I know you've done a significant time in jail, bro, but I just want you to break in and let the people know about the curl before the penitentiary, and then you could break into your joint state and so on and so forth, man. And we're gonna run it like that, man. But say, man, I'm glad y'all joining us. Y'all can be anywhere else today on this beautiful Sunday, but y'all pulling up at Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, and we about to keep it unadulterated gangster. Go ahead, Carol, man. What's up with the Carol, man? Before you went to the joint, man, let them know who you is, man.
And first of all, man, I was raised by my grandmother.
That's
First
right.
of all, strongest woman I ever know. I mean, she was a woman, but she had man traits because she handled things like a man, but she was a woman and she showed me how to be a man. And she was a that's just how much respect, I had for her,
I can relate
and
to that.
my mother, she was young when I'm a twin. First of all, I got a twin sister.
Wow.
And my mother was young when she had us, so my grandma, she just snatched us because she wanted a better life for us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I would have been with my mother, ain't no telling what would have happened to me.
Right.
So grandma saved me. And my daddy, he died of a heroin overdose. Back in the 70s, they was popping,
Yeah.
so grandma had my best interest. So I'm with grandma, and she teaching me the right things, the right way. And when I started off in elementary, I just wanted to see her smile. I wanted to make her happy. So when I would hear her talk about me to her friends, she would always talk about how smart I was. So I always wanted to hear her say that, so I would do smart things.
Wow.
So in the fourth grade, I knew I was destined to be a boss when I hit the fourth grade, because when I was in the fourth grade, I was the treasurer for the school. I signed the checks. Every time the school got ready to spend money, I would sign the checks.
Wow.
They couldn't spend no money without me signing the checks. So
In
I
the
knew
fourth
back
grade.
then that I was destined for this boss stuff. I'm signing checks in the fourth grade.
Oh, great. That's right.
So after a while, you start going through them phases. I started doing the class clown thing, and I stopped wanting to be smart. I wanted to clown. And then once I really started figuring out the situation that I was in, I didn't have my mama and my father. I would see all my homeboys with their mamas and daddies, and I got angry.
Right.
So once the anger took over me, and I just stayed angry. And that's when I got into the gangster stuff, looking for love. Didn't have no brothers around. Mom and daddy wasn't around, so I'm looking for love. So I found love in the game banging thing.
Say, look, don't mean to cut you off, bro. My wife say that all the time, dog. And if she was here, I let her. She said it yesterday. You remember, Mike? He said a lot of brothers they go to games because they're looking for that family orientation. That the
Right.
and I used to hear, but I was like, man, I think she knocking on the door or something. But as she continued to say it, and I saw the different people she was telling it to, brothers like us, they was gravitating to, like, yeah, man, how and that's a discernment. But I was like, man, she right, bro. And for you just to say that is mind blowing. Go ahead, brother. I just man, go
Hey,
ahead.
it's the truth.
Most,
It's the truth. I love them more than I love some of my family members.
right.
Right,
And it got to the point where I was willing to die.
right.
I didn't care about if I lived or died. That's how serious I was with it. And then after that, you end up, okay, now we finna graduate to some money. We went from knuckling up and shooting. Now we need some money.
We gotta pray.
Well, Mike, I know you feel me. You know how it go.
Most definitely. I'm just letting you run, man. I'm just letting you
Yep.
run.
And look. This to say this, we not glorifying this, bro. We getting to a point for
Most
our
definitely.
YNs, our young people, bro. We getting to a point. We're not
Most definitely.
glorifying this by any measure of means, because look, we the blessed ones.
Right.
They
Right,
got some brothers that ain't make it.
Right.
right.
So I just want to put that, and I want you to still have that same compassion, but I want to let them know we always stand on that, bro. We not
Right.
glorifying, because them little children to take that in the wrong way and run.
Right.
Nah, we not doing that, man. We trying
Right.
to get to a point, and y'all about to see it right now. Go ahead,
Right.
brother. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now once we get to the money part and everything is going good and everybody got money in their pocket and everybody got women, we got cars, we got everything we want, everybody's skinning and grinning.
Who was the boss though?
I was the boss.
I just wanted to put it out.
I mean, not the toot my own horn, but it is what it is. They say I was the big meat of the city. I'll just put it that way. So once it got serious, things started to change. Once some people get in your life, everybody not who they say they are.
Mm-hmm.
Once people get in your life.
For clarity, when you say those people, for the audience, will you define exactly what you're talking about, Carl?
I'm talking about them alphabet boys.
Mm.
Everybody know who they are.
And if they don't, I'm gonna tell them the federalists, the feds.
The federalists. So I already knew what I was gonna do before it even went down because it was already in me. You know what I'm saying? But before it went down, so I already knew what I was gonna do. And when you have friends and y'all got your little group and y'all making money together, y'all have those little talks.
Right.
Street code. So, hey man, if the people come, not if the people come, when the people come,
right.
This is what we gonna do.
Right.
So everybody say they're gonna hold their own when the people come. But then when the people come, things start to change. And I found myself standing alone when the people came. I'm the only one that held up my end of the bargain.
Wow.
So
wait. So to clarify what you just said, you was the only one not to break.
Not to break.
You was the only one not to tell.
Not to tell.
But this is with all the people that. But this is with all the people, and this is with all the people that he turned to go find love.
Right.
This is all the people, the secret talks, they would talk about the street code. Hey, man, we know we doing wrong. Hey, man, them people coming. But when they come, stand 10 toes down. And are you hearing me?
Right.
Well, go on to tell the people what happened.
Man.
So I found myself fighting against the alphabet boys and them.
Wow.
And I always said to myself, I feel like I got a fighting chance against anybody head up. I felt like I could beat the feds head up. But if it's 2 against 1, I can't win. But I fought anyway. The dog in me wouldn't let me curl up.
Oh, man.
And I knew it was a chance that I was going to lose, but I fought anyway because I felt like I can go down there and sleep like a baby if I fight for what I believe in. And that's why I did it. And to be honest with you, I did go down there and sleep good because I still had my manhood.
Your integrity.
Integrity, morals, principles. And it wasn't a lot of guys in there like that.
So look, check this out. Just for educational purposes, how many people was on your indictment?
It was like 12 people.
Out of those 12 people, 12 with you?
Yeah, 12 with me. 12 with me. Yeah, 12 with me.
So out of those 11 people, how many of them stood up?
All of them took a plea deal except for one of them. And one guy, he really wasn't even supposed to be there because he really was a drug addict. Mm-hmm. But he was a man, so I couldn't knock him. Really, he was in the trial with me. He really messed my game up, but I couldn't tell him what to do because he was being a man about the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I really couldn't knock him, but he was in there with me and he made me look bad because he had got caught with some stuff, and they didn't have no physical evidence, no audio, no video, no nothing on me, and I didn't have a criminal history. So I was in good shape alone, but he was standing right there beside me. And he had done got caught on the highway with it, so they was throwing his stuff on the table, trying to make it seem like it was mine. But I couldn't tell him what to do because he had to fight for what he believed in too.
Hold up for a minute. Let me interject. Mm-hmm. So to all you guys, men and women alike, that are listening, especially you younger crowd, I would like for you guys to really tune in to what this gentleman is saying. This gentleman is saying that out of 11, he was number 12 on an indictment from the alphabet boys, from the feds. And that out of those 12, he is the only one that stood on business. And the proverb says that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So, Carl, please continue, man, because they need to hear this. That love that so many look for.
So I found myself fighting against them and the alphabet boys. And man, you don't know how hurt I was to see the people that I was willing to die for come out that side door.
Wow.
When I seen my homie come out that side door, it hurt me so bad, Mike, I like to cry right there.
Understandable.
I wasn't mad. I was hurt.
Right.
I couldn't believe it.
Slept in the same bed, ate out the same bowl.
Did everything together.
Man.
And the man got up on there, man, and told them folks so much stuff, man. I'm talking about the Mexicans can't bring a joint from Mexico.
Wow.
That's how hard he went.
Wow.
And then when they said point him out in the courtroom, he couldn't even look at me. He pointed and looked this way.
That's the boss.
That's the boss. He couldn't even look at me. And I was trying to get eye contact with him. I was trying to make him look at me the whole time he was on the stand. He never looked at me.
Man,
never looked at me. Yeah, never looked at me. Never could look at me.
Wow. But this the same love. These the same people that, yeah, man, you turn to, they turn to you, and it was all love according to the streets, right? Y'all was a team.
Right.
Dog eat dog. Y'all was a team, right? That you said you would die for.
Right.
And as a boss, you made sure everybody ate.
Made sure.
So you mean to tell me when you got ready to go to trial, all these people come out the side door on you?
Side door.
Come out the side door.
So
even the Mexican plug that we was getting it from come out the side.
Oh, Lord Jesus. The plug tip too?
He got all the work. He got all the work, and he testified.
There go the boss.
Hey, and you know how much time he got? 18 months.
For testifying on the boss.
Yeah.
And they know he the plug. He the plug. Yeah.
Go on and run it, Carl, because they need to hear
Wait. Let me say this. I just want, when you was in that cell getting ready to go to trial and they send you them papers and they say Carl such and such, Texas Red versus the United States of America.
Why I knew I was in for a fight.
Biggest fight you ever fought in your life.
Man.
But at that time, Mike, I had so much money and I was so cocky and I was so arrogant.
I'll take y'all on.
I'll take on anything.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Texas Red.
And didn't care about losing or winning. Whatever, however it go down, it go down.
Yeah.
It go down.
And for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a little knowledgeable of it. This is the boss out of Tyler, Texas. And for those that know, you all that really know your
Boss talk.
Yeah, for those of y'all that really know your history, this was Freeway Rick. Yeah, this
Yeah,
boy stomping in the same territory.
right.
Freeway Ricky Ross, man.
He,
The real
he,
OC.
Freeway Ricky, people from my neighborhood.
Come on,
They
man.
live right around the corner.
Come on, man. So when
Right
you
around the
say,
corner.
so when you say, Carl, when you were coming up, who you looked up to, what did you see, my nigga? You
Man,
saw
I
Rick
see,
Rosses, man.
in my neighborhood, it wasn't nothing but real niggas. I come up under real niggas, solid niggas. You
But
know,
stood by the street code.
and what's so crazy about it, Mike? When I was on the porch looking at all these boys, I end up being the main man that come through there.
Yeah, man.
I went from a runt to a king.
Yeah, man. Let me see it live. Let me see it live.
Right.
I'm off the porch. I'm in the street, and I'm partaking live. Let me get my hands on it, man. And
Hey, what's so crazy about it, Mike? My neighborhood was a heavy traffic neighborhood. On my street, it were 5 bootleg houses on my street alone. Wow. So it's traffic 24/7. You got hoes walking up down the street, niggas selling crack and smoking, and it was just busy. Yeah. So I'm 8 years old, just sitting on the porch watching it. Can't wait to get out there.
Oh man.
Can't wait to get out there.
Can't wait to jump off the porch to get in traffic.
Right. Can't wait. When I jumped out there, I was playing at first because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And when I didn't have no kids, I'm just out there. I'm buying tennis shoes and speakers and clothes. You know, I'm just playing. But once I started having them babies, I said, I got to get serious.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what happened to making grandma happy about doing the right thing? Where'd that go? Where'd that guy go?
Yeah.
Tell the people.
Hey, I had to get them Jordans. Yeah. Grandma couldn't afford them Jordans.
Oh, man.
I had to get them J's. Yeah, man. So once Grandma found out what I was doing, she cried like a baby, right?
Yeah.
Cried like a baby. It hurt me to my heart to see her cry, but I couldn't stop.
You in the mud.
So Mama, I said, you did your job.
Yeah, I'm attracted to the streets.
Now I got to do mine. You did your job for me. Now I got to do mine for mine.
Right.
And Mama did some things that was out of bounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I need it, she ain't got it. She tell me, I'll be back in 2 hours.
Right.
We're gonna pull up, she gonna jump in. 2 hours, she gonna go get it, she gonna come back with it. I know what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, when I'm out there doing what I gotta do for mine, I can't let her stop me.
Oh man.
Even though she don't want me to, and she know what's gonna happen at the end of the rainbow.
Right.
I still gotta do what I gotta do. I still gotta be a man.
So you just told me, Carl, wasn't no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. See, all the leprechauns tell you, hey, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Carl, there wasn't no pot of gold?
No, there wasn't no pot of gold.
Get back to that side door, man. Get back to that side door.
Man, the boy come out that side door, Mike, man. I'm talking about that was the worst feeling I ever felt in my life. The worst feeling I ever felt in my life, man. I don't think I ever been hurt like that before in my life. Because I would have died for them boys. You know? They didn't feel the same way about what was going on and how I felt. They didn't feel the same way I felt, but I thought they did.
Right.
That's what hurt me so bad. I thought they felt how I felt about them.
Right.
Yeah. So what you wind up getting? Well, first, What did they get? I know they got a lighter sentence.
Of course, everybody cut it. Anybody hit the stand, you're gonna get cut in half. Whatever you facing, you're gonna get cut in half. So my main homeboy, they were trying to get him 27. So when he did what he did, they cut him to 13 and a half. Then some people got some 5s and some, and some of the women that got up there, they didn't even go to prison at all. They testified and got immunity.
Right.
I had one chick got on the stand and said she was testifying on the behalf of her husband that was already locked up. On the behalf of him and got him a time cut.
Wow. I hope you boys listening, man. You boys out there in them streets hustling, thinking that team, TEAM, is solid. Hey, man, listen, man.
And let me tell them one more thing, Mike. When you go up in that federal courthouse and they put that conspiracy on there, conspiracy really ain't nothing. Conspiracy is just a bargaining tool that they use to scare you. Because when people hear about conspiracy, they conspiracy. Conspiracy really not nothing. But they don't have to prove that you committed a crime with conspiracy.
Wow.
All they have to prove is that everybody on the case knew each other. And when they instructed the jury that the government don't have to prove that I committed a crime, I knew I was dead right then.
Lights out.
The prosecutor don't even have to prove that a crime was committed. All they have to prove is that we all knew each other.
So on layman terms, man, you telling me all they said was Texas Red knew these people.
Right. On one homeboy, I went to school with him. I went to elementary school with him, middle school, high school. We've been living in the neighborhood forever. They coming at it like that's all they were saying. Because they didn't have no drugs, they didn't have no audio, they didn't have no video. So they just relied on us knowing each other. And when the jury see this on the instructions, all the government got to prove is that we all knew each other. I'm dead.
Oh man.
So they didn't even have to fight the case with drugs. So they just focused on how we all knew each other.
So they applied pressure and pressure burst the pipe.
Bust the pipe.
There go the boss.
A lot of people don't know that's all they have to prove. And you won't know this unless you go to trial. And a lot of guys, they don't go to trial because the feds got a 98% conviction rate.
Right.
But they scared. So they scared.
Said, I'll take you on.
I'll take you on.
Oh man, let's go with that.
Yeah.
You don't understand what he just said? He said they didn't have no audio, no visual, no nothing. So if everybody would have stuck to the play, y'all would have won.
Right. Right. And I didn't have no criminal history. So I'm squeaky clean in there. Squeaky clean.
Your first conviction.
First conviction. Never been on probation. Never been on probation. Nothing.
Correction. He ain't even been convicted yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he ain't been convicted yet. This is just his first encounter. His
never been on probation. Never been on probation or nothing.
Yeah, point system good. Those you boys have been to the Fed, point system good.
So what they wind up giving you?
Okay, here's how they dog. Okay, based on the testimony at trial, they sentenced me to 10 keys of crack based on the testimonies.
10 keys of crack?
Of crack.
Of crack.
Based on the testimony at trial.
Not cocaine, but crack.
Crack.
See, people missing that though. See, they got people out there hustling every day, don't know the difference between cocaine and crack in the system. Yeah, we know it's really no difference in the chemistry. But in
Actually,
you
once you mix it and play with it, it's weaker than cocaine.
but they say it's a dangerous a killing substance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's because we play with it.
Right.
We play with it. So they was using crack to boost the time up when in actuality, crack is weaker than powder.
Than cocaine.
Yeah, weaker than cocaine.
Right. And be reminded, people, that the plug pointed at the boss.
Right. And you know what the ratio was between crack and powder back then? It was 100-to-1 ratio. So blacks was getting 100 times more time than whites, because cocaine was considered a white drug.
A white man drug. And
that's why when you say they sentence you for 10 keys and they specified crack.
Specified crack, and they gave you a 4-point enhancement for being a leader and organizer.
So they gave you a criminal underboss charge.
So I'm gonna put it to you like this: if I would have had a conviction, I would have got a life sentence. If I would have had one conviction, I would have got a life sentence. Wow. But by law, they couldn't give me nothing but 30, so they gave me 30 years.
Hold up, Carl. I don't think they heard that, man. They gave you how many years, bro?
They gave me 30 years.
To be the boss.
To be the boss. No audio, no video, no dope, no criminal history, 30 years.
Did they get some currency?
No currency, nothing.
Oh my God.
All because the pipe bust. All because of pressure and that side door. That's what you telling me?
All because they said he did
it. Pressure. And they came through that side door. And they came through that side door to say, there go the boss. Couldn't even look you in the eye.
Couldn't even look me in the eye.
But this, you didn't hate with these people. You love these people. You gonna die for these people. The boss.
Yes, sir. The boss.
Grew up with him from elementary, man. I know your mom.
Yes, sir.
You know my grandmama.
Yes, sir. But and you know what my grandma told me? And you know what my grandma told me one time? She told me, she said, it ain't gonna be something you do to get you in trouble. She said, your friends gonna get you in trouble.
The company
she told me before it even happened.
The company you keep.
Yes.
Wow.
Grandma a gangster, man.
But you know what she told me when it happened? She didn't say, boy, do what them people want you to do. She said, boy, go on, whatever they give you. She didn't know what they were going to give me. Right. She said, whatever they give you, go on down there and do it, and come on home.
Oh, man. So this is where we at right now. Yeah? This is where we at.
I never got to see her again.
Wow.
She died. She died when I was dying.
Wow. Know the feeling. Extend my condolences, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Know the feeling.
And to be honest with you, Mike, I didn't think I could make it without her.
Know the feeling, man.
When I lost her,
game over.
I didn't think I could make it.
Yeah. However you boys want to do it, let's do it.
Yeah. I walked around that penitentiary a whole year in a daze.
Wow.
A whole year. It took me a whole year to shake back.
Yeah, man.
Man, hey, Mike, I was so crazy. I walked up in the wrong dorm one day, thought it was my dorm. I'm in the Mexicans' house. Thought it was my house. This how crazy I was when Grandma died.
Yeah, man.
I walked up in the wrong building. I'm in the Mexican house, bent over at the locker, thinking it's my locker, and they opened the door and, "Wait, what you doing?" They thought I was trying to steal.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to steal nothing. I thought I was in my house. That's how crazy I was.
Right.
And they let me make it. And it was rocking and rolling over there at the time. Mexicans and blacks wasn't getting along at all.
Right.
But some blacks came to the door
So
and they seen I was green, because I was green at the time. They you can look at a person and tell if they're a convict or an inmate.
Right.
So at that time I was an inmate. So when they looked at me, they were like, y'all let him make it. He an inmate. They can just look at me and say,
right.
Yeah. Could have got killed right on the spot, but not even knowing what's going on.
Right.
That's how drunk I was.
But your mind.
Yeah.
Grandma
how long
gone.
You was down?
Grandma gone. I'm drunk.
How long you was down before your grandmother passed?
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Right.
How long you was down before your
I'm
grandmother?
down about 18 months at that time. I didn't even know the prison at that time. I'm still learning the game.
Right. So I got a very powerful question for you, Carl. And I would really love if you would for you to share with the visitors. And I myself, I know the feeling. You know what I'm saying? But my question is, did they allow you to go to the funeral?
No.
And I know
they gave me every excuse in the book for me not to go.
Why?
My people was gonna pay the money and everything, but every time we come up with something, they'll come up with another excuse. So I didn't get to make it.
I really hope everybody paying attention, man. This grandma.
Right.
The one somebody he loved and the one somebody that loved him unconditionally.
Right. The only person that knew me more than anybody in this world.
Right. That's my baby.
Right.
My baby's smart.
Right.
Baby, you go on down there and you do what you got to do and you come on home. This grandma. But what a mother left them at?
But they in heaven somewhere, camps.
Yeah, they scattered out doing their time, but they gonna get back to their people. Why? Because they got their sentence cut in half. Why? Because they told on the boss.
Right.
There's a saying, man, and it's real, and the streets don't really tell you. But I guarantee you, if Ant could call Big Meech right now, he'll tell him, hey, man, it costs to be the boss.
Costs. And hey, I went through hell down there, man. I went through hell.
Run it,
but I kept my sanity.
Run it, man. Go on and tell them, man, so they'll know.
They tried to drive me crazy. I'm stuck in them holes. You know how they put you in the hole and try to drive you crazy? They try to drive you crazy. I come straight off the street to the hole for 5 months. I don't know nothing about jail. Straight from the streets, straight out of my house, into the hole for 5 months.
Straight from the boss. Let's paint this picture. Straight from being a boss, hotels, high rise, nice cars, women, money, clothes, to now you in the hole. You in a cell. You can extend your arms and you in a cell. You looking at a front door and it's either got chicken wire or it's a solid front door. And they come to tell you when you can come out the shower.
And they had a flap over the window. I can't even see out the window.
To look in at you. They can look in at you, but you can't look out.
They didn't even want me to look out in the hall. Coming straight off the streets. They were trying to drive me crazy.
But you boys, you boys in the street playing for
they let you turn yourself in?
No. I got a bond. Cause see, at that time, I don't know what these boys are doing. Everybody getting a bond now. But but when I went through there, the only way you was eligible for a bond is you had to have no criminal history and you couldn't be a flight risk.
Right.
See, it was a design for a person like me to get a bond. I just end up meeting the criteria.
Right.
I slid through the cracks.
Right.
And when I turned myself in that day, 3 hours later, I'm back on the streets. So everybody thought I was snitching because I'm the only one back on the streets.
Right.
So they whispering, they talking.
But you clean.
Everybody else like, what he doing out?
But you
I
clean.
went through all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that kept me sane is I said, in the end, they gonna know who is who.
Right. It's gonna come out.
So I rolled around that thing on bun with my head up high. And I still did what I did because I still had niggas in the street that knew I was a real nigga and knew I was solid. So I still did my thing when I was out on bun. And then when everything hit the fan, the whole city knew who I was.
Texas.
And that's all I wanted. I wanted to expose. I wanted the city to know I am who I portrayed to be.
I am who I am.
Right.
Damn.
So after all the smoke clear, you mean to tell me they said, no, Texas Red ain't no rat. He told the feds, come on. Now, I ain't trying to glamorize this, man. For all you looking, I'm not glamorizing this in no form, shape, or fashion. I'm painting the picture through my guys' testimony to let you guys know, men and women, you know, to let you know that this is what you want to go be a boss for? To end up with your people that you love coming through the side door, and they telling, and you losing everything, and you going because your chest up, your head high, I take you on. And you run up in there and them folks got a game for you. Conspiracy. We don't need nothing. They done told us they went to school with you. Then you got the plug telling you, yeah. Then you got your right-hand man say, there you go. I can't look at him, but there you go. Come on, man.
Burn him out.
How much more realer does it need to get, Carl? Hey, man, run that, man. Go on and tell them because they ain't heard, man.
And I had beef with the FBI agent. The FBI agent, he was so used to running over dudes, you know, he's thinking he can just run over everybody. But I wasn't the one.
Yeah, you tell me not Texas Red.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't know Texas Red and I didn't know him.
Yeah.
But we met.
Yeah.
The man had the nerve to come to my house one day. I'm out on bond. So some just told me to look out the window. I had a big bay window.
Right.
I'm sitting on the couch, I'm watching ESPN. So I look at the bay window. I see a green Ford Explorer and a green Lexus coming down the street, bumper to bumper. And it was odd to me because where I lived, I know all the cars that come down the street.
Right.
And I'd never seen those cars before.
Right.
So I seen the car, so when I turned back around, I'm watching TV. About a minute later, I hear 2 car doors slam. Boom, boom. So when I see him get out the car, I'm already knowing it's the FBI agent because I done seen him when I went down there.
Right.
So I'm out on bond. I still got work in the house. So I jump up, run to the back bedroom where my girl at. I tell my girl, man, them people out there. She was in the bed because she work at night.
Right.
I said, the people out there. So I run to the front door and I step out on the porch because my porch was out and the door is back.
Right.
So I step out on the porch because I ain't finna let them in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I step out on the porch, I'm like, man, what's up?
Yeah.
The man went around me like I was a little boy. And put his hand on the screen door, and he was finna open the door.
Yeah.
I fell back and elbowed him. Boom. And knocked him off balance and stood in front of the door. I said, you ain't going in there.
Yeah, you ain't got no paper. You ain't got no
you ain't going in there. You know what I'm saying? I'll die right here for you treat me like that. For I watch you ramshack through you ain't supposed to be here no way. You ain't got no warrant or nothing. You ain't supposed to be over here no way. I'll die before I watch you walk around in my house and do what you want to do in my house, and I'm a man. And I didn't let him in there.
Yeah. Preach, man. They need to hear it. You got their attention. Go on and run
And,
it.
I called them all kind of bitches and man, I was out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'm cocky. I'm
Texas
arrogant. I feel like I can't be touched.
Yeah.
I got all the money. So I treated him like he was a nigga on the street. Cause I felt like he disrespected. So I disrespected him. Called him an Uncle Tom in the courthouse in front of the white folks and everything.
He was a black dude?
Yeah, it was a black dude.
Wow.
At that time, man, I was ready for anything, Mike.
Yeah.
Ready for anything.
Yeah.
He disrespected me, so I disrespected him.
Right.
But it took me a long time to get, that was the only person that I felt like I hated in my life because I felt like he was behind it all. I felt like he made the homies do what they did and everything. So I blamed him for everything. And I hated that man for years.
Mm.
And once I got in that Bible, it took the hate out of my heart for everything. I don't even hate him no more. If I seen him right today, I would hold a conversation with him. And I hated him. I called him an Uncle Tom in front of the white folks. I wrestled him in front of my door, everything. But right now, I have no hate for him or anybody else.
Wow. That's big, brother. That's big, man. That's maturity. That's grace. That's grace. And I be telling this to Mike, bro, and I always say it, I'm gonna stand on this, bro. This man got a life sentence for taking a life, right? The done 30, come up. You know, a lot of brothers that go up on them first visits, they don't, man, them families still be bitter, they be hurt, man. His family showed this man grace and went with the move and was like, man, that's not the same person, you know, that was when that happened. He's a different, and okay, the parole. Man, that ain't nothing, man. That's growth, man.
Nothing but.
And the only thing that made you, Mike, was grow even more so because you saw the people you thought the only people in the world that have hate in their heart towards you. Right. And them people showed you grace. I mean, I don't even think it was them. It was God.
Say it all the time, but God.
People be bitter forever over small stuff. You talking about you didn't blame their people, regardless of what happened.
Yeah.
The people come up short.
Yeah.
Right.
When you bury somebody, that's a hurting feeling.
Yeah.
You know, I done been in front of the gun, I done been behind the gun.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lose-lose.
Right.
Mike lost and they lost.
Right.
The bullet killer, what Black said, the bullet killer, the shooter, and the victim.
Right.
Call it a two-way.
Yeah, one shot, 2 kills.
One shot, 2 kills.
Right.
But them people, man, and I always tell this, it's always on my mind, bro. That's the kind of grace I want. The same grace God gave them people for my homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of grace you have right now for all those people, and you just said it out your mouth. And if you understood what you said, bro, you just open a whole door of blessings for you. You probably ain't even look at it like that. You just going with the move in your heart. That's how you feel.
And I felt like he kept me down there because I was filing all those appeals. And the only thing on my mind was, when I get out of here, I'm killing something. So all my appeals, denied. But when I started having the change of heart, when the God-like figure came to me in my sleep and told me all my answers was in the Bible, and I picked that Bible, and I'm laying in the bed by 4-something that morning, waiting for the sun to come up so I can grab the Bible. Never read the Bible before in my life. I'm laying there waiting for the sun to come up, and I grabbed that Bible and I started reading it. from the first page. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and the lunchtime, 11:30, I'm still reading. They called child. I'm still reading. It was so interesting, I couldn't put it down.
Mm.
And once I got to seeing all this real stuff in there, man, I started having a change of heart. And when I was in that Bible, man, all good stuff just started happening for me. Blessings was coming out the sky and everything. And my peace of mind, my mind, I didn't even feel like I was locked up. I was at peace. You know, that's what that Bible will do for you.
Yeah, man.
But I did revert back, and you know, that's another story or whatever. But I'm just telling you how I got to where I am today.
Right.
And that helped me get to where I am today.
Right.
Man, because I was already angry from a little boy.
Right. You had issues. You was a hurt child. You just grew into a hurt man.
Right. I was already angry anyway.
Man, that Bible is a book of testimonies, bro. I was telling my little nephews today, bro, they come through. They going back to school in a couple of days. They playing ball, so they was, over here hollering. My son, he was doing their little thing or whatever, and they worked out at the heat of the day. So I was kind of on them. I was like, man, look, y'all work out first thing in the morning or the last thing in the evening. Never in the middle of the when the sun is at its highest point, man, because all of them was kind of sick. I say that's heat sickness.
Right.
Y'all can't even take y'all water down. So they chill and we talk. And I was like, man, look. One of the dudes saying, man, he had started reading the Bible, and he was like, man, I said, bro, what you're doing right now is you reading something and you putting it into your interpretation. So when you reading the stories, it seemed like something you done seen or something that happened last week or something, because you putting it in your own, and that's the way it's made. It's not made for you to look at it like in biblical terms, because you're not going to understand what happened way back then. Right. But when you read those stories and you put them in the context of what's going on, man, it gets no realer.
Right.
It's a book of testimonies, man. I'm telling you, read the Bible right now and don't put no timetable on it. You'll think it's something that happened yesterday or last week.
That's right.
Oh, I guarantee somebody in your family, your life, one of them stories, then it resonate with them because it happened to them.
That's right.
Or even you. So I look, and I ain't want to stop, but I'm gonna tell you said something. You won't. When I started changing and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna bust my change, and I told this to Mike before, and I think I done 30 months with no write-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like 30 months, 40 months, something like that with no write-ups. So
that's hard.
Yeah, that's hard. So I diverted back to how did I do that? How did I figure? How did I crack that code? And then the camp I was in was Cotton Port, is a lockdown facility. So the walk, every time you get there is a gate. And Angola is an open walk. Everything open. But in Cotton Port is gate after gate after gate after gate. So you bound to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every camp is gated off. You know what I'm saying? Cajun 1, Cajun 2, Cajun 3. Anyway, I walk that thing, working in the kitchen and everything, hustling, doing my smuggling and everything to the block.
Right
up free. But what I implemented in my daily was the Bible. And not really, I ain't go to Bible call. I ain't go to call outs. I ain't do none of that. I took the Bible and read it 3 times a day. I read it first thing in the morning. After I get off the kitchen, I got out the kitchen like at 1. Left the kitchen after I work out, leave the iron pie, shower up, then I read it before I go to bed.
Right.
I read Psalms 91, and this the kick part. I had read the whole Bible in Scotland before, so I read it a couple of times. So what I done was I found books in the Bible that resonated to what I was going through. Right. Psalms 91, 92, and 107. I stayed my whole jokes. So the same little Bible I had in jail, I discharged with it. When I had it in my back pocket when I was shot. I used to keep it like a wallet because I was on a run and I ain't want my no ID. So I was John Doe laying in that day. They ain't know who I was. You feel me? So the same way I done it in there, I thought about it. I said, so I started implementing the same jokes. I went to just joking out here.
Right.
It worked. It didn't work to, like to my people like, man, that nigga still hustling. He's still doing something. But I wasn't. I was just moving. I wasn't caring about if nobody believed me. I ain't, my wife would be getting on me, nigga, you ain't changed it. I ignore her until she just figured out, like, damn, that nigga really changed. It wasn't that I got tired of telling people what I was going to do and ain't do it. So I diverted right back to, just like you said, I diverted what helped me in jail. I done it out here, and I still do it to this day. You can ask anybody in this house what I do. That I got a, it's not right there. Mike, you probably saw it before. I got a plastic bag with some rubber bands on it with all my little reading material in it. And I keep it. I go all out of town with it. When I go on with that, I pack it. My wife be like, man, baby, you tripping once you, man, look, leave me alone. Let me do what I do. That's what I do. So, and I know it worked because it's working for me. Now, I don't know if I can send that to somebody else or tell them, look, do it like this. It might don't work for them right there, but it worked for me, so I continue to do it. But what I do, I share what I get out of it. What I see y'all in the morning, I done been to Red Deck and put that to bam, and I send it out. Anybody I connect with, I share it with them. You feel me?
Change. You got to hit rock bottom, man.
Ooh.
That's the only way you're gonna change. You got to hit, and then some people don't even change when they hit rock bottom. They got to hit rock bottom again. Yeah. but when you go deep down off in that pit, and you ain't got nowhere else to turn, you're gonna change. You're gonna change.
It's hard though, bro. It's hard. Yep. So that's how I understand, brothers and sisters that's trying to get it right, man. And what I found out, what I tell them is, man, you got to find a reason that you want it. You can't use your kids, you can't use your significant other, you can't use your mother. You got to find a way to connect with God, that personal relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell them, like, man, I'm like, gangsters pray. I pray constantly because I know that's the only thing that's gonna keep me supplemented for me flashing out, on one of these suckers. You feel me? That's gonna keep me out the mix. I'm gonna stay in my lane because I'm gonna keep that daily. Even though I enjoy myself. I'm 49 years old. I'm to the age to where, yeah, man, I don't want to have. I ain't here to be no Mormon or no monk. I'm here to enjoy life and enjoy it but in the right way. I don't got to look over my back. I don't got to worry about the feds running in my spot. I don't got to worry about the regular police. I can fly past the police and not even worry about it. I ain't got it. You can stop me if you want. You're going to give me a ticket or you're going to let me go.
And see, this is what I told myself, man. I told myself, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't hustle, I don't do nothing. I told myself I got to quit doing all of that in order for me to stay on the path that I'm on, because I feel like if I incorporate either one of them in there, I feel like I'm gonna revert back. Mm-hmm. So I cut it all out. I ain't had a drink of alcohol since 1998, and I went to prison in 2000. Quit smoke. I smoke. I did my whole time smoking weed. Did my whole time, but 2 years before I left, I quit. Because I told myself, you got to stop hustling, and you got to stop doing illegal activities, and you got to stop getting high. That's the only way you're going to stay out here.
Change.
And that's been my formula. So I'm sticking to it.
Right. It works for you.
It works for me.
And I tell you, bro, I swear to you, bro, I went through this stage, bro, and I didn't change right after, because I was angry and I was mad. But I stayed in the hospital 4 months and a couple of weeks, man.
Hold on, let me get some light. My light went out. Keep going.
I stayed in the hospital so long to where they couldn't even find veins. They had to go through my main artery in my neck. Now, mind you, the morphine wasn't even working no more. It wasn't even taken to my body. My body was so used to the morphine till they can give me mad doses and it still ain't gonna stop no pain.
Man.
They put me on in 2006. They put me on fentanyl. That's when I've been known about fentanyl because they was
Right,
giving me the medical grade inside the hospital. But just
right,
imagine leaving the hospital, discharging ICU. They never weaned me off no medicine. They never done medicine. So I was taking 30 pound pills a day. I was taking 10 in the morning, 10 in the evening, 10 at night.
right,
My head and it did my pain. I need, but I still was, it still was hard on my body. It was eating my stomach up. It was, it brought me places I ain't never been before. So I'm tripped out. I'm like, man, hold up, something gotta shake. So I built this tolerance up, and I just didn't do it by myself. I had to go through God, but since 2008, 2007, I haven't took an Advil. Not an Advil. I never did smoke weed. I never was a weed smoker because weed always made me too paranoid. You get
right,
shot messing with me, smoke a blunt. I think I got to go to the hospital or something. I don't know. My system is not made for weed. So
right, right,
weed never was my thing. I was addicted to the streets, to hustling. I needed it. I feel like that's all I can do. I never had a job in my life. So I never dreamed about doing something else. I never thought about it. I feel like if you take hustling from me, you could take my life because I ain't no
right,
more good. But
right,
God got he got a sense of humor because he'll give you exactly what you said you couldn't take. I say, if my grandmother died, my mother died, my brother died, take me out. I don't want to be here. Kill me before you take them. Let's
right,
keep it simple. You could just take me, and then you could deal with them however you want. Because I ain't strong enough to do that. God took my grandmother, my mama, my brother, both his sons, my man. You see my best man in my wedding, and my other man, my uncle, and my auntie. 8 people in 7 years,
man.
and gave it to me just like that. And I had to be the burden bearer of taking care of my mama business and my brother business. But both of my nephews' mothers was absolutely terrific in their homegoing. But I still had to be that rock for my kids. You feel me? But man, that was I can't even imagine somebody else going through. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. But God would test you, man. He would put you through that, man. And when I went through that, bro, I'm like, man, I died 3 times, had 6 surgeries, 16 blood transfusions. You can't tell me nothing about God. I don't go to no preacher. I'm not going to no reverend. I'm not going to nothing. I'm going straight to the man. I heard you say it, big brother. I don't need no enemy. I'm going to the man myself. I know him. I got a relationship with him. That's my man. I talk to him just like I'm talking to y'all. We getting
But
down. But God, when that dude brought that in my life, man, that book, man, everything a book God moment to me now.
it's
Everything.
real. It's real.
It's real, man.
Yeah.
Come on, talk to us, Mike, man. Talk, man. You got me emotional, man.
Yeah, man. I just want the people to know that this is mindset therapy, man. Real Talk Podcast. And what you're hearing from my man Carl, man, is you're hearing a testimony, you're hearing betrayal, you're hearing a lot of people that he thought were loyal to him, people that he would die, come through the side door. And they pointed out, there go the boss. And we're at a point now, a very pivotal point, that I hope all of you catch if you're listening. Mindset therapy. It was a change of his thinking that changed Carl. It wasn't a homeboy, it wasn't a preacher. It was his connection, his encounter with God that formed a unique relationship that would have changed mine. This is his, you heard him say it. This is his formula that gets him through. And he's sharing his testimony, his formula in hopes that if there's any more other YNs that want to be a boss that's running with a team, that they ate out the mud with, that they slept at mama house with, that'll come through that side door and destroy you. Hey man, mindset therapy. You got to change your mind. You got to change the way you think. Talk to him, man. Talk to him.
I'm in my 20s, right? The game got so good, I told myself I'd never work for the white man again. That's how the street
man ain't done nothing to him.
Done nothing to me, but that's how the streets had me. And that's the way I felt. But I'm a working type of dude. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna do anything to get some money. If I gotta go to the job, I can do that too. If I gotta go to the streets, I can do that too. But I just told myself, I'm not working for the man no more. That was my mindset therapy at that time. And my baby mama at that time, she used to tell me every day, you need to get a job. And I would tell her, what I need to get, I cap on her, Mike. I go in both pockets and I pull out money and have money in both hands. I don't need no job. I said, only person needs a job is a nigga that needs some money. I don't need no money. I don't need no job. I just cap on her. But she trying to tell me I need to get a job to save my life.
Man.
And I capped on her. And you know the first thing she told me when I blew trial and she came down to the county that next day to see me through that glass window, when she sat down, you know the first thing she said, Mike? She said, I told you. I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't do nothing but look out.
Yeah.
Couldn't say a word. Cause she did tell me. She told me about the homeboys. That's one thing about it. We got to start listening to our women. They gonna tell you what's going on because we caught up in the moment. I mean, we might see it, but we feel like, I can handle it. I see it. I know we on. I got him. But in reality, we can't. And she's sitting back watching everything. She telling me, hey, he ain't right. He ain't right. He ain't right. Woo, 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 woo. They gonna tell you, and then sometimes we might even blow up at her. Because we think she hating. She ain't hating. She telling you what she see.
Trying to save your life. She got her grass cut low because she can see the snakes.
She can see.
That's right.
And we got to start listening to these. That's why now I listen to my woman, man. When she tell me something, I listen. But back in the gap, I thought I knew it all. My head was so big. I got all the money. Who I'm gonna listen to? I'm the one with the money.
You the boss.
I'm the boss. I don't listen to nobody. But I listen to my woman now. When she tell me something.
You free, and you got a job.
Yes, sir.
No, not Carl, not the boss.
Not the boss, but I got a job. Go to work faithfully.
Huh, man?
Faithfully. Hey, just like I got up at 5 o'clock every morning in that penitentiary, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning out here to go to work.
Amen. But God.
I'm still on the schedule. I'm still on the schedule.
And it feels good.
And it feels good.
And I started off slow.
Yeah.
Started off slow.
It's a process.
Went to the temp service. You know, temp service. Because at first when I first jumped down, I told baby, I said, give me a couple months. Let me chill. Let me get myself together. Then I'm gonna go to work. So she said, okay, I'm gonna give you 3 months. Cause I got the monitor on my leg and everything. So I sat up in the house, watched ESPN with the monitor on my leg, learn how to use the phone. So 3 months in, I said, baby, I'm ready to go to work. But I said, I want to do part-time because I had been gone so long. I didn't want to just jump out there full time. So let me do part-time. So I went to Amazon.
Right.
Went to Amazon, $15 an hour. Went to Amazon and they was doing the work by the phone. Don't forget, I don't know how to work the phone. So they had me the phone. I couldn't even do the work. I had to break down and tell them that I've been gone for 20 years because they couldn't figure out how I couldn't work the phone.
Right.
So I had to break down and tell them. So they were like, okay. So they put somebody with me. It took me a whole week to learn the phone. But once I learned it, there I go.
Let's go.
There I go.
Yeah.
There I go. So I went from there. Okay. Now I'm ready to do some full-time work. So the temp service, they put me on a full-time thing. And let me tell you this, Mike. When they sent me to that furniture company and they deal with temp workers, they had never hired a temp worker at this company.
Right.
They had like 50-some temps come through there and they never hired them. They would just use them as temps. I was the only one they hired. My work ethic was so strong. They hired me.
You high octane.
High octane. The temp service told me, I don't know, how did you get hired? Everybody we send out there, they say they ain't good enough. But they hire you.
Yeah.
So that speaks volumes, you know what I'm saying, of me.
Right. Change.
But
change
I couldn't settle for that. Okay, I worked there, I got hired, I worked, and I landed a job making $5 more than what the furniture company was paying me. So I took off because it's all about the money now. I mean, I'm loyal, but I'm trying to get more money.
Right, you got a family to feed.
Right. So I go over here to the job that's paying me $5 more than what I'm making over here. Then once I get up in there, now I'm running the department at the job.
But God.
Straight out the penalty.
No, you didn't hear me, Carl. But God.
Yeah. But God. All them people in that warehouse that ain't never been to prison, I'm controlling them.
Amen.
Straight out the penitentiary.
Say, let me ask you a question. So you say you had 30, right?
Right.
How did you come home?
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of know. I kind of know what set you free, but I want you to say it.
Okay. I filed appeals for 4 years. So I went down to 2000. 2004, I filed so many appeals in between those 4 years span. I filed so many appeals. They told me if you send another appeal up in here, we gonna fine you $5,000. That's the only way they slowed me down.
Right.
So now I gotta sit back and wait. So I'm sitting back, I'm waiting. It took me 15 years to get some time knocked off. So 15 years later, they changed the guideline and they took the 6 to 8 months off of my sentence. So now my date is 26. So once they knocked the 6 to 8 months off, that put my date at 2022. So now I'm in single digits. Now I can see it. I got to start getting prepared. So this was in 2015 when I got the time knocked off. In 2019, they was putting in for drug programs. They were asking people, did they want to go to the drug program? So we had a stigma. I ain't going to the drug program. They be snitching. They be snitching in the program. So one dude, he tell me, he said, man, you need to go to that program. He said, if you go to that program, you'll get out next year. I was like, what? He said, yeah, it's 2019. You'll get out in 2020. My date was 2022. He said, if you go to that program, you'll get out in 2020. That's the only reason why I went. I was like, what? So I went. And when I finished the program, they released me in 2020. Wow. So really right now, I'm still supposed to be in prison. I've been out here 5 years, but I'm still supposed to be in prison. My release date ain't until 2026.
Next year.
Wow.
But because of good behavior, point system, partaking in programs because of mindset, a changed mind.
Right.
Texas Red, the boss, is
Because
now
I
out
see,
here working a job.
like you said, your mind have to be changed because I've seen guys come in that program and didn't make it.
And they sent them back to the
Mind wasn't
penitentiary.
changed.
They sent them back to the federal penitentiary, and they finished serving their time, right?
Finished serving that time.
So when you mess up in that program because your mind and your heart has not changed, you mess up. You go back to A.
Yes, sir.
B and then C. You go back to A.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just make it show, man.
I've seen guys get to almost graduation, a couple of days before graduation,
And tap
and
out.
get it back.
But the streets don't tell you this, man.
Nah,
The streets tell you how to cook cocaine
Right.
to crack.
right.
Am I right, Texas Red?
That's it.
The
Whip it
streets
up.
don't tell you. The streets don't tell you what Mindset Therapy Real Podcast telling you, man. Texas
Say,
Red,
bro,
man.
check this out, man. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure. We got to do this again. Texas Red, you got to pull up again, man. You got a lot to share.
We're gonna keep pulling up because we got plenty more where this come from.
Man, say, bro, I'm elated, bro. I'm so happy. I had a chance to get you on. Now the floodgates is open. I know how to get you now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're working, man. And I know your schedule is mad crazy, but I got you. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to my man right there, man. I ain't missed yet. You heard me?
Oh no, he ain't gonna steer you wrong. He ain't gonna steer you wrong.
This is Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast. At Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. Check this out. We gonna holler at y'all, man. Big Mike, the Red Hope, Texas Red, 2 H's up, baby. Remember that all the time. Hey,
yes, sir.
This ain't for the weak. It's for the meek and the strong. If you missed that, rewind it and listen to it again. Don't let that go over your head. This is real player. This real player talk. This real player talk. This gangster where we come from, and we get it on. So say, bro, I thank y'all for joining me, dog. Until next time, man, we're gonna get it in, bro. Man, keep on pushing. Man, congratulations on being home again. And we're gonna turn up, bro. We're gonna get this thing right. We're gonna try to save some of them young ones. You dig?
Yes, sir.
You got something you want to say before we get out, Mike?
Hey, man, just to all those that are listening, man, but God will break you to heal you. Again, God will break you to heal you. But God.
But God.
But God.
All right, Texas Red, baby. Thank you, love.